Hey guys, welcome back to the channel in another episode of Journey to Understand the Bible. I'm your host Damien, and in our last episode we went over Genesis 47, where Jacob, what did Jacob do? Oh yeah, he got to meet the Pharaoh and basically blessed him and said, "Hey man, thanks for everything you did for us." And I'm not pretty sure he was like, "Yeah, you took care of my boy and everything, right?" And Joseph, he ended up like all of the people around. They ran out of money, ran out of livestock, everything. They done sold everything, and they basically made themselves slaves to the Pharaoh. And Joseph bought them, made them slaves, or they became slaves or servants, and basically they got to live in Gosh or something, or wherever Jacob ended up going. They all ended up there, and they ended up being fruitful and multiplying. Okay, so now in Genesis 48, Jacob blesses Manasseh and Ephraim. Ephraim. One day, not long after one day, not long after this word came to Joseph, your father is failing rapidly. So Joseph went to visit his father and took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. When Joseph arrived, Jacob was told, "Your son Joseph has come to see you." So Jacob gathered his strength and sat up in his bed. Jacob said to Joseph, "God Almighty appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me. He said to me, I will make you fruitful and I will multiply your descendants. I will make you a multitude of nations and I will give this land of Canaan to your descendants you after you as an everlasting possession. Now I am claiming as my own sons these two boys of yours, Ephraim and Manasseh, who were born here in the land of Egypt before I arrived. They will be my sons, just as Reuben and Simon are. But any children born to you in the future will be your own, and they will inherit land within the territories of their brothers, Ephraim and Manasseh. Long ago, as I was returning from Panorama, Rachel died in the land of Canaan. We were still on our way, some distance from Euphrates, that is Bethlehem. So, with great sorrow, I buried her there beside the road to Euphrates. Then Jacob looked over at the two boys. Are these your sons? He asked. Yes, Joseph told him. These are the sons God has given me here in Egypt. And Jacob said, bring them closer to me so I can bless them. Jacob was half blind because of his age and could hardly see. So Joseph brought the boys close to him, and Jacob kissed and embraced them. Then Jacob said to Joseph, I never thought I would see your face again, but now God has let me see your children too. Joseph moved the boys who were at their grandfather's knees, and he bowed with his face to the ground. Then he positioned the boys in front of Jacob. With his right hand, he directed Ephraim towards Jacob's left hand, and with his left hand, he put Manasseh at Jacob's right hand. But Jacob crossed his arms as he reached out to lay his hand on the boy's head. He put his right hand on the head of Ephraim and thought he was the younger boy, and left hand on the head of Manasseh, thought he was the firstborn. Then he blessed. Wait. He put his right hand on the head of Ephraim, though he was the younger boy, and his left hand on the head of Manasseh, though he was the firstborn. Then he blessed Joseph and said, may the God before whom my grandfather Abraham and may the God before whom my grandfather Abraham and my father Isaac walk, the God who has been my shepherd all my life to this very day, the angel who has redeemed me from all harm. May he bless these boys. May they preserve my name and the names of Abraham and Isaac. And may their descendants multiply greatly throughout the earth. But Joseph was upset when he saw that his father placed his right hand on Ephraim's head, and so Joseph lifted it and to move it from Ephraim's head and to put it on Manasseh's head. No, my father, he said, this one is the firstborn. Put your right hand on his. But his father refused. I know, my son, I know. He replied, Manasseh will also become a great people, but his younger brother will become even greater, and his descendants will become a multitude of nations. So Jacob blessed the boys that day with his blessings. The people of Israel will use your names when they give a blessing. They will say, "May God make you prosperous as Ephraim and Manasseh." In this way, Jacob put Ephraim ahead of Manasseh. Then Jacob said to Joseph, Look, I am about to die, but God will be with you and will take you back to Canaan, the land of your ancestors, and beyond what I have given your brothers, I am given an extra portion of the land that I took from the Amorites with my sword and bow. And that, my friends, oh shoot, I didn't even move it down so you guys could see. All right, that was pretty much Genesis 48, where basically Jacob is on his deathbed and he got to meet his grandsons for the first time, and he blessed them and said that the younger one's going to have more prosperous life than the older one. Joseph, he tried to tell his dad, no, you got the wrong ones, and Jacob was like, nah, this is how it's going to be, right? And that's pretty much Genesis 48. So, guys, if you like what you saw and you're ready to see the last two chapters, just keep on watching, and I will keep them going. Peace.